Awesome. Hi guys, Katya Woods with the Philadelphia Tribune.
Hey,
Um,
hey,
First of
hey,
all, hey, we good?
hey,
We good. Okay.
We
we
straight, yeah.
good.
This is a testament to friends and also to friends that don't help each other have good ideas.
Right.
So we all got that one friend that comes up with an idea. You love them, but you know that you got to help them. So talk a little bit what it's like to play friends with bad ideas, but leaning into them. Because that's also, I think, sometimes part of being a friend, in college, that party's about to be ratchet. What do you
Yeah.
want to save your friend? So talk a little bit about that aspect of the film.
I mean,
Let's start with you, Jacob.
I'll go on, Jay.
Um,
Told me to shut up.
it's I think it's a great balance between the two characters. I feel like without Damon, a lot of the things wouldn't happen for Kevin. You know what I mean? So I think, and then without Kevin, a lot of things wouldn't happen for Damon. So it was that dynamic duo that yin and yang of like sort of our crazy, chaotic, method to madness kind of thinking made their lives kind of, I don't know, better in a sense.
Yeah, I think it's like a beautiful chaos. You know what I mean? It's like I'm the chaos, and Kevin just kind of wraps it up and packages it in a nice package. You know what I mean? It's like I got the idea that helps, but maybe there's bad consequences, and Kevin kind of helps me get out of it, and then but we might have benefited from that situation and stuff like that. So it's like you need the two. The two don't work without each other. Do you know what I mean? It's like yeah, they just can't work without each other, and that's what makes them good friends. Even though like Kevin knows the ones like more on the wild side and maybe bad for him, but he knows how much it's beneficial to his life and vice versa. I know I need Kev. I know I wouldn't be where I'm at without Kev. Do you know what I mean? He might be, he's the brains and the logic of the operation. I'm like trying to keep the fire and keep the engine going, you know? So it's just like, yeah, it's just like a nice balance, a nice equilibrium between the two. So I just feel like they go hand in hand. And you need that friend, man. Everybody needs the wild friend once in a while, man. The wild friend, sometimes he has great ideas. You know what I mean?
No
That
doubt.
great wild idea might be a great night. So I feel like everyone needs a wild friend.
Yeah, no doubt, for real.
Talk a little bit about, now I'm going to age myself. I'm of that generation. I was in my 20s when the original Houseparty came on. I was starting to write a little bit about the culture, and I got a chance to meet Kid and Play when they were at like that. Everything was working for them. And one of the things that I loved about that era, because it was very organic, right? We didn't have the internet. People got together, word of
Right.
mouth and everything like that. And now we have you guys representing Gen Zers, and I happen to have a daughter who is a Gen Zer. So what do you want this movie to represent? Because it is a total different thing. It has the
Yeah.
same name, but it is something more for your generation. One of your characters like, I have a lot of followers, and for my generation, it's like, big deal. But
Yeah.
you still living in my house, basically what your mom is saying. So talk about what do you want this film to say for this generation of young people that's looking, that this emulates kind of like their young lives.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, it's a
sorry.
reflection. It's a reflection of today's times. You know, it's like if party promoters of today, how would they do it? And they're going to use all the tools that they have. So social media is definitely one, and they're going to utilize all the contacts. And you know what I mean? It's like they're low key geniuses to kind of think of that,
Yep.
like how they market at the party, and you know what I mean, how they're going to get out and what they can do and how they're going to make the money. So even that sense, it's like like they may not be successful young black men, but they have the ideas and they have the potential to be successful black men. So they're just literally utilizing what they got, and I feel like that's the reflection of today. Is that people are utilizing what they got, whether it be social media or whatever it may be. So I just feel like we're doing that, you know.
The characters definitely speak to our peers of just like believing in yourself and kind of going about it in a very non-traditional way of like you got to just believe in yourself, you know what I mean? And you got to put yourselves in rooms, and you don't know how you're going to do it, but you just know you're going to do it somehow. So Kevin and Damon is definitely a representation of that.
Can we also talk about one of the reasons the party is being thrown? Because, the responsibility of fatherhood, you know what I mean? And it
Oh,
is
yeah.
a real story that a lot of young fathers that want to do great things for their kids, but you don't have the financial means, and, definitely don't want to encourage people to do illegal things.
Right.
So talk about that aspect, because it is like the two different things. One friend is living, you know, I'm trying to figure things out. I'm trying this, I'm trying that. And the other friend is like, I don't have that luxury because I have a kid. What do you want to say to young fathers? Because it is, I think it's done a very cute, but not beating you over the head that, you know, it is hard to be a father, period. But to be a young father when you haven't had the luxury of, you know, figuring out who you want to be, who you are, and all those other things.
Yeah. I think I say this film just kind of puts young fathers in a space of like, you know, you're not alone in your situations. Everybody got something going on, and I think Kevin and I've been blessed to be able to play fathers on screen at this point. So it's an amazing feeling, and you know, it's always a good thing when like people come and they say, hey man, I really that story really touched my heart because I was going through something. Even though this movie is comedic, they'll walk away like, man, like I really did try to make something happen because my daughter needed to pay her tuition. You know what I'm saying? So it's like just those messages are important, and I think the imagery itself gives a sense of motivation, encouragement to kind of keep pushing because life do get hard.
Absolutely. So let's end on a fun note. You know, you're in.
Yeah.
She's saying we got way too deep.
Oh, no. But
Lighten
you always
this
want to
up.
end on a fun note. No.
Lighten this up.
No.
Talk about life getting hard.
House porn.
No. You guys have been great. So if you did have the opportunity to be in LeBron's house and take one item, like in other words, you're not gonna get arrested. You in there, you in the house, you know, just like people go to the White House and they take a little souvenir to prove that they were there. They might take some of the napkins that have the seal on there. What would be the one thing if you were in there, you had a good hour and you were like, I can take one thing that he may not notice that it's gone. What would you take?
A good hour for only one thing. Boy, I'm happy to call out there
wine.
I might take a whip.
I'll probably take some. Nah, you gonna notice a whip. I'll probably take like, if I've got a nice watch collection, man, I might just, you know, borrow one of them joints. Hey, bro, let me hold this AP real quick.
I don't know. I don't know how many jerseys he got in the crib, but let me see one of them jerseys. I'm probably oversized, bro.
I know, bro. It'd be a dress on you, bro.
That's how it's fitting right now.
I'm definitely
absolutely. Well, guys, I want to thank you so much for taking this.
Take some links up.
Again, if something does go missing though in LeBron's house,
hey, it wasn't me.
It wasn't me. Don't come back to me.
Definitely wasn't me.
I know where they keep watches at. I know where they keep the rest of the watches.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Just want to be clear on that when we got that on tape. But I want to thank you guys so much for taking the time out to speak with me, and best of luck with the film.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.